True Media, what's happening with the people? Thanks for all the likes, subscribers, and supporters, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. And I just want to shout y'all out and say I appreciate all the support and everybody that's finding my content valuable, man. And so, reach out to me. Like I've been saying, reach out to me. Don't hesitate to contact me. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Now, today's video is going to be about the downfall of the modern woman based on her ego and her expectations of how she look at men and how she look at life and how she block her own blessings and get in her own way by having this false perception of what she deemed to be right in her eyes. See, a lot of women nowadays, they don't understand they blocking their own blessings by not having the ability to think for themselves. A lot of women don't know how to think for themselves in this day and age. You feel what I'm talking about? It's like monkey see, monkey do. What's ever popular, what's ever trending, what's ever the new thing that's out, for some reason, they feel like they just need to latch on to the shit and become a part of some shit that they don't know nothing about. It can be self-destructing. It can be causing them to devalue themselves. But a lot of women don't know how to think for themselves. You dig what I'm saying? And this whole independent thing is a curse from the devil, because it got a lot of women running around this motherfucker not understanding that it's going to come a time where you're going to need a strong man in your life. It's not good to be independent or think that you can get some shit done by yourself without a man. That's just not how shit was set up. You dig what I'm saying? And these is blessing blockers. That's why it's a lot of women out here struggling financially, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. They struggling because they trying to play a game that they ain't gonna never win. They trying to become somebody that was never put here to become. See, a lot of women, let me tell you something about you women. A lot of y'all don't understand, if you was feminine and you did what God's supposed to told you to do, you wouldn't even have to work. You wouldn't have to go to school. You wouldn't have to do none of that shit. The man's supposed to do all that. The man supposed to be the provider and the protector. But because of a lot of you women that's out of order and y'all don't understand order and submission, now y'all out here trying to do everything a man is doing, and this shit is causing y'all to lose who y'all was put here to be. It's causing y'all to lose y'all power as a woman, because you now becoming trapped into this motherfucking matrix. And you're not understanding, by you doing all this shit, by going to school, by motherfucking trying to do everything a man do, work jobs and shit all motherfucking day long, it's taken away from the role that you was put here to play. It's not good, sis. I know you want the bag. I know you want your own money. But guess what? It was going to be a man that was going to come in your life and and was going to provide for you everything you needed if you just knew how to be a wife and knew how to be a woman. That's how this shit was set up. It was set up for the man to provide for the family and for the woman to be the nurturer of the kids and take care of home. A lot of you women nowadays is starting to realize that the grass ain't greener on the other side. Y'all trying to do everything men do, but don't understand you cursing the ground you walk on. And that's why a lot of y'all out here right now complaining about working and shit. I wish I can find a husband. I wish I can be a stay-at-home mom and shit like that, because y'all realizing that now that y'all put yourself in this position to where y'all want to be deemed as independent, you're going to be treated as such. You're going to be treated as such. So every time I hear about a woman complaining, talking about, I'm tired of working, I'm tired of paying bills, I'm tired of doing this shit on my own. You wasn't meant to do this shit at all. A man's supposed to be in that role. A man's supposed to be paying the bills. A man's supposed to be providing for you. But because of you wanted to be independent so fucking bad, listening to Beyonce, because of you wanted to be independent so fucking bad, listening to your friends and listening to all that bullshit with that feminist movement, you put yourself in a predicament that you're not even ready for. You basically cursed the ground you walk on by not understanding that if you would have just allowed a man to come in your life and play the role that he was supposed to play, and you play the role you were supposed to play, you wouldn't have been in this shit in the first place. You put yourself in this shit. You put yourself in this shit. It was a trick set up by the government. All this feminist movement and all that bullshit, independent, I don't need no man. Now it's a lot of women starting to realize, damn, I was tricked. You blocking your own blessings, sis. All you had to do was be a woman to a good man, and he was going to do everything else. He was going to take care of everything else. But now, sometimes you got to touch the stove. You got to touch the motherfucking burning stove to realize that motherfucker hot. Now, y'all see that the grass ain't greener on the other side. Y'all want it to be like man. Y'all want it to work like man. Y'all want it to be able to earn money like man. And now a lot of women is doing good for themselves. But guess what? That takes away the natural order of things, of how things supposed to work and how God designed it to work. That takes away the natural order of things. It takes you out of your role. It takes you out of your role as a mother. It takes you out of your role as a woman. It's not cool to be alone. It's not cool to think that you can go out here and do shit that men do. You trying to work jobs that men work on. You trying to have skills and trades that men got. That wasn't meant for y'all to do. The only thing was meant for you to do is reproduce, have kids, stay at home, and take care of home and be good to a man. Be good to a good man, not just any man, a good man. You dig what I'm saying? And so nowadays, y'all put yourself in this situation to where, if y'all not careful, a lot of y'all ain't going to get what your heart desires. A lot of y'all ain't going to get in no serious relationship at all, because now man is starting to step back and realize that by y'all earning all this money and doing all this extra shit that y'all did, listening to the feminist movement and all that independent bullshit, it's taking you out of your role as a woman. And don't no man want to feel like he got to compete with his woman when he come home. Don't no man want to feel like he got to be in competition with his woman when he come home. You feel what I'm talking about? So at the end of the day, these is things that y'all didn't understand when y'all was asking for this independent lifestyle. A lot of you ladies is blocking y'all blessings because of y'all ego, y'all expectations, and y'all standards. It's causing y'all to miss out on some of the most important shit in life. That's why a lot of y'all angry. Y'all running around this motherfucker mad all the time at everybody. Y'all mad than the motherfucker because y'all out of order. You out of order. You feel what I'm saying? And so, this shit getting so deep to where a man don't even approach women no more. That's unnatural. Ladies, sis, that's unnatural. That's unnatural. A man don't, imagine this shit. Somebody that was put here for you and you was put here for them. He can't exist without you. You can't exist without him. Y'all was divinely put here together to replenish the earth and have dominion over the earth. And he don't even want to deal with you. Men don't even want to approach women no more. The birth rate is declining. People not even having families, not even having kids no more. That's a fucking problem, bruh. Everybody talking about chase money and get your life right. And I agree, get your life right. Get on your shit. Everybody talking about make more money and all that shit. But we abandoning the one thing. We abandon God's law and we abandon the nature, the laws of nature. We not reproducing. We not motherfucking, you dig what I'm saying? Coming together and creating strong families no more. That's not cool. That's not how this shit was set up to be. That's why everybody got this independent mind state. Everybody got this independent way of thinking because we don't understand we out of order out here, bruh. And women, y'all running around this motherfucker angry because of you doing some shit you wasn't put here to do. Your ego is too big. You dig what I'm saying? You don't understand and you don't realize you need to lower your expectations. You need to lower your standards when it comes to looking for a partner, when it comes to looking for a relationship. Everything ain't gonna be perfect. You ain't gonna find a perfect man walking this fucking planet. I don't give a fuck what you looking for in them and what is your deal breakers and what's the things that you feel like that's gonna cover you in the long run. Everybody have somewhat flaws in their life. You can't be hopping from man to man. That shit is dangerous. And a lot of y'all carrying baggage from old relationships and shit, but not understanding if you would have did it the right way. If you would have made sure that you went out to one man and put all your energy time into one man like you supposed to, instead of listening to this individualistic mindset, this individualistic bullshit that people telling y'all, you would be well off in life right now. It's women who ain't gotta work. It's women who ain't gotta pay bills. It's women who ain't gotta worry about getting fussed out and cussed out and mistreated on the job. It's women who ain't gotta walk around with snotty ass attitudes. It's women who ain't gotta live and work on their own motherfucking house and shit like that, or even worry about credit. You know why they ain't gotta worry about that shit? Because the man is already providing everything that the woman need. Everything that the kids need. That's the natural order of things. And you curse the ground you walk on by understanding you accepted the man's way and you forgot about God's way. You accepted man's way. You begged for independence. You begged to be, to all these programs and shit like that acquiesce to your demands. But you didn't understand that when you did that, you was taking yourself out of your natural habitat. As a woman, being feminine, being nurturing. And a lot of y'all running around here with attitudes up the ass, snotty ass attitudes. And don't no man want to deal with no woman with a badass attitude. Lower your standards, sis. Lower your expectations. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to be doing yourself a disservice. And you're going to be tricking yourself to think that you're doing the right thing because of your homegirl told you that she doing that shit. Women don't think for themselves nowadays. They so busy to be persuaded and to be manipulated to think how other people tell them to think. If your homegirl saying a man got to come with this, that, and the third, and some, to be able to get me and to be able to wife me up, that should be what she looking for in her life. You shouldn't like follow after what she looking for in her life and try to follow after her standards. But because of you women don't know how to think for yourself, it caused you to fall short on blessings, opportunities, and building with good men out here. The downfall of the modern woman is real. It's serious, it's present, it's here, and everybody see this shit. Women starting to see men not approaching them no more. Men starting to understand why the fuck is I'm about to approach a woman who's who's not even worthy of me approaching. And it's not natural. It's not for men to think that they don't want to approach women because they feel like they not going to be accepted for who they is. And they feel like at the end of the day, the woman just going to say no anyway. And it's not natural for women to just be telling niggas, you gotta have this amount of money. You gotta have this. You gotta have. That's not natural. I'm gonna be single until a man come with this and come with that. I'm not saying don't place boundaries over your life and don't have some bit of morals, principles. You don't just want any man that's corrupted and shit in your life. But at the end of the day, you have to understand you got to be willing to work with people and give people a chance. Stop having a type. Having a type in life is what's fucking up a lot of you women. Because y'all got a type. Y'all got a certain type. Y'all want a hood nigga. Y'all want a jailbird ass nigga. You feel me? Y'all got a type. Some of y'all want women who abuse. Some of y'all want niggas who abuse women because that make you feel like he love you. You got to be open sometimes to, you know, dating brothers out here who probably don't fit the shit that you know, grew up looking and searching for. This shit ain't no movie, sis. This real life. You want to die alone? Who the fuck want to die alone? You gonna get, and you better understand you got a biological clock ticking on your ass. Man, we ain't got no biological clocks. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about menopause. Let's talk about how women don't understand the genetics and how they fucking body work. You really want to play this game and talking about you single and shit and you ain't gonna get no man no chance. You sure you want to play this game? You sure? You want to do all this career chasing. You want to chase all these different careers and trying to graduate and get your bachelor's in this and get your bachelor's in that to try to make more money, to try to get a better position, to try to have more status. I ain't going to have kids. I'm going to just put it off to later. Some of y'all ain't got no later. You got a biological clock ticking. Once you hit 40, 45, 50, 55, a lot of y'all eggs freeze up. You can't even have kids no more. What the fuck a man gonna do with you if he can't reproduce with you? The most important thing you was put here to do was be a nurturer, was put here to reproduce with a man. What the fuck I'm gonna be able to do with you? And y'all wanna play this, you playing Russian roulette with y'allself, ladies. You playing Russian roulette. Or I'ma just wait till later. Huh? Wait till later to do what? I'm going to just chase this career. I'm going to go out here and try to get 5 degrees, get my MBA, get all this shit. My bachelor's, all this shit. Only to understand or not even realize, misunderstand that you didn't have to do none of that at all if you would have just settled down with the right man. You wouldn't have to try to chase this career. You wouldn't have to try to go out here and work all these jobs you don't even want to work. The man was going to do all that for you. The man was going to provide and protect for you. But because of you wanted to be independent. You wanted to be a high earner and independent. It took you out of your natural habitat as a woman. And now this shit got you out here. It got you out here losing your mind. Trying to make it on your own. Because of you not thinking for yourself. You being placed and hit with all these demands from the next person. All these demands and things to look for in a man when you know you want to be in a motherfucking relationship. You want to get married. You want to have kids. You know you want to do this shit. But you listening to sis up the street. You listening to your next door neighbor. You listening to these feminist ass women out here who's a part of this feminist movement, who's a part of independence, and they fucking your mind up with bullshit. They damaging you. This is the downfall of the modern woman. They don't know how to think for themselves. They don't understand that only thing you have to do is be a good woman. Be a nurturer. That's all you have to do. It's biblical. That's all you got to do. You ain't have to go out here and get 6 degrees. Who the fuck care about your degrees? Your degrees? Who care that you make 6 figures a year? Don't nobody care about that shit. Because 9 times out of 10, a lot of you women, y'all be so busy high as fuck on your own little mountain, on your own mountain peak, and y'all ego be so in the way it get to the point to where the more money you make, the more delusional you become. You start looking for a man who make this kind of money and looking for a man who can provide this kind of lifestyle. And that's not how shit's supposed to be. That's not how shit was set up to be. That's what's wrong with a lot of you women. The ground you walk on has been cursed. It's been cursed. You're shaking your ass. You outside twerking. You outside doing everything the hoes do. What happened to a woman just being a woman? What happened to a woman just being a woman? Modest. Modest. From head to toe. Not showing the goods before a nigga can like have any kind of thought or imagination about how it look. Not showing the goods on internet before a nigga put a ring on it or really take you serious to where you feel like he earned the goodies. Y'all just giving it out to everybody and shit. The ground you walk on has been cursed. Like, and a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all not gonna have kids. Y'all not gonna be in these relationships y'all thought y'all was gonna be in. Y'all not getting married. Stop talking about, oh, one day when I have a husband. You're not having no husband. You're not getting married. This is the harsh truth that I gotta give to y'all. You keep passing up the man that's for you. You keep passing up man that's good for you, that accepts you, that's meant for you, to get to this nigga up the street. That don't mean you no motherfucking good. You got to get out your own way. You got to get out your own way. You feel what I'm saying? Your standards is too high and expectations is unrealistic. You know it is. You know it is. Like, be real with yourself. This is not loving basketball and all the motherfucking romance movies and shit. This is real life. This is real life. You got a biological clock ticking on your ass. You don't understand that shit? And you think you can just put off family and kids to later on, but you don't understand you have a biological clock ticking on your ass. And so I just want y'all to think about this shit, man. Think about this shit. You know, at the end of the day, you got to lower your expectations and your standards. Shit, man, we do it all the time. Because to us, it's not about having the finest woman. It's not about that shit. It's just about somebody that's willing to put up with us, love us for who we is, reproduce with us, and take care of our kids, and that's respectful and that have manners. It's not about how much money you make. It's not about, you know, how many degrees you got, how many cars you got. We don't look at shit like y'all look at how this shit's supposed to be. We still go by the divine natural order of how things be. That's why a man can take a woman and he can wife up a woman that's still working at a motherfucking retail store, and he probably be a 6-figure earner. He probably be a nigga that got his own house, his own business, his own establishment, everything going for himself, but he can still wife up a woman that works at a retail store, because we don't look at shit from material possessions. We don't look at things from a material state of mind. We look at family. We look at character, your demeanor, your aura. We still living by the divine ways and divine order of things, how God put y'all. Not y'all looking at, he gotta have 6 figures, he gotta do this, he gotta be the kind of man. Like, stop this bullshit. Stop. You know what I mean? So this you know, the downfall of the modern woman is gonna come down to the fact that a lot of you women ain't gonna make it. Y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all ain't gonna make it. It's gonna come a time where you're gonna need a man in your life. You're going to need a man. Like, you're gonna get tired of this shit. You're going to get tired of doing it on your own. You're going to need a man. And by you being unrealistic and disrespectful and cunning and cutthroat and you being hella rude and you thinking that shit going to get you ahead, That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. A man just gonna come and he gonna use you for your goods and he gonna be out the door on your ass. He gonna be out the door on your ass. So I just want to kind of like, I wanted to make this video basically because it was suggested by somebody in the comments to talk about how women have unrealistic expectations. They have damaged egos, and why they angry and bitter at the world because they don't understand the importance and playing a natural role of a woman. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of y'all is out of order. And hell, it's a lot of men out of order too. But a lot of women, it's more women out of order than it is men. A lot of y'all is out of order. It's time to fix yourself. You know? And so I just wanted to kind of like make this video and shit and hit y'all with some game. But until next time, y'all stay blessed, stay true.